Mast cells live in the matrix space of the body. The matrix is the space between cells. We used to think of it as just passive scaffolding, but now we know that it's super important regulatory function on the immune system, on all the cells of the body. So we want to make sure that this space is clean and healthy. This space acts like a soil in the body. When we look at it from a larger perspective, it's the connective tissue space of the body, and it also becomes the fascia of the body. When in a healthy environment, cells act normally and they act in normal function. Mast cells are super important in this space. When we have damage, when we have the need for healing, mast cells degranulate and actually help healing happen. When they become abnormal and start releasing histamine abnormally, we get symptoms of mast cell activation syndrome, symptoms of asthma and allergies, and IgE-mediated mast cell activation. So we want to make sure that the environment around mast cells is healthy in order to have a healthy mast cell function, healthy immune system. In a healthy extracellular matrix, we have here the matrix space, the protein scaffolding we can see, and then we have the blood vessels running through and the lymphatic system. Our peripheral sensory nerves, the endings of those nerves are where mast cells tend to aggregate. So they wait and they sit around nerve cells and are waiting for signals from the nerve cells. In a healthy environment, they're getting healthy normal signaling and they're not degranulating and activating all the time. They're just living healthy normal lives. When the matrix space becomes congested, becomes acidic, becomes hypoxic, from metabolic waste accumulation, from lack of lymphatic flow, it becomes a backflow into the matrix space. Peripheral sensory nerves get activated by acid, by hypoxia. They release something called substance P. Substance P attaches to the specific receptor on mast cells called MRGPRX2. That is what degranulates the mast cells in mast cell activation syndrome. So we have this toxic, acidic, hypoxic, congested environment that is stimulating nerve cells, in turn stimulating mast cells to degranulate. Then we have all the symptoms of mast cell activation syndrome. In European biological medicine, this is the crux of our treatment, the crux of healing. The matrix space becomes the primary foundational way in which we affect the health and healing of the entire body. We use different remedies and techniques to help support the matrix. The drainage pipeline are the network of organs in charge of pulling and clearing and restoring flow to the body, to the matrix, through this network of organs. We have the lymphatic system, the liver, the kidney, and the lymph as the primary drainage organs in this pipeline. In European biological medicine, we use specific remedies that are targeting the matrix, the lymphatic system, the liver, the kidneys, the gut, all in a way to help to clear and drain and make the matrix more hospitable, less toxic, less hypoxic, less acidic, less congested. So the immune system, the mast cells living in that space, become healthier and don't activate as quickly. If you are a practitioner interested in learning how I apply these concepts clinically to reverse chronic disease, to work with mast cell patients, click the link in my bio or comment matrix in this post and I'll send you a DM to a link to a free masterclass on matrix physiology, understanding how to apply these concepts with your patients in the clinic to achieve better results when we treat the foundations of health.